So, hey bro, how are you?
Good man, it's happening.
I'm good, I'm good. So first, what's your name and what campus are you in?
George Harb, I'm in the AI and business mastery mostly.
Nice, bro, nice. Where are you from in the world, bro?
Sydney, Australia.
I used to live there, you know that.
For how long?
I lived there for a year and a half, but I was West Sydney.
Yeah,
So,
that's where I am. Whereabouts do you live?
see, I boxed with Daniel Gill in Narellan. Yeah.
That's
You know
about 20 minutes from
Campbelltown,
me.
around the Campbelltown area?
Yeah, that's about 20 minutes from me. I'm near where Ahmed from Supercar Rentals used to be.
So where are you, bro?
Maryland's. It's
I know
about,
you, bro. I know where you are. I used to get the train past there. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's the ghetto.
Small world, bro. Small world.
Yeah,
So yeah, how old are you, mate?
23.
23, so you're still a puppy too.
That's it,
Nice.
man.
Nice. So you're in AI automation. So your professor is
Man, to be honest, I haven't been in it for a while. I had to restart a whole business, and I've been in business mastery mostly.
okay.
So I know, obviously, I've been watching mostly.
Okay. So tell me a bit about yourself. Tell me about your journey like into the real world and why you joined the real world and
Yeah.
what made you join your campus firstly.
Yeah, 100%. So I was a police officer in Sydney for about 4 years now.
Okay.
Hated it,
Yeah.
wanted an escape.
Yeah.
Joined to the real world about 2 years ago, and I've just been floating around, had a couple of e-com stores, never really found my footing properly.
Hmm.
Then I started a detailing business last year with a friend. Um, Used a lot of the AI automation things to automate all of it because we're getting a lot of jobs, ads, learning stuff like that. Had to
Yeah.
close that one down,
Yeah.
and I've started my own one now by myself. And since then, I've left the police and have gone by myself, and I've had to use basically everything in the business mastery and what Arno teaches to get brand deals and close
Yeah.
clients and stuff like that.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So what made you join the real world though? Was it like the influence from Andrew? Was it
Yeah,
the
100%.
it was
TikTok,
the influence from Andrew that made you want to join,
yeah,
yeah?
yeah,
Cool.
TikTok when it was
Yeah,
everywhere.
of course, bro. He has that effect on a lot of people.
Yeah, I know.
So, you joined the real world. What is it that drew you towards the AI campus first?
I needed automation for the first business. We were
Yeah.
getting too many messages. My videos are pretty similar, but I would say something like comment this for a quote. And I would say something different each video so that I couldn't reply to 300 comments a day while
Mhm.
also working two jobs now. So that I needed to automate that. That was one thing.
Yeah.
Then a sort of chat bot, because then I couldn't reply to all of them. So then having a chat bot that will understand what they mean, so then close the deals basically. Then to get a
Yeah.
phone number, so then I'll call them and then I'll properly close it.
Cool. Cool. And when you joined the AI campus, what was the first thing you did in order to progress in that campus?
Just started watching the videos, asking
Yeah.
questions, screenshots of everything that I didn't understand, and yeah, the professors were there to help. The videos were amazing, and it worked.
Okay. And do you have your own like clients now and stuff like that?
No, 100%. I have 400 leads I've got to call, um, closing a lot of clients a week. So trying to hire someone now, um, yeah, it's going good.
And how long did it take you to get your leads? So, how did you generate your leads? So what made you different from everyone else that people wanted to, sign up with you?
Um, I was using a lot of I was I was just making my own type of videos, um, and yeah, just having to this how I was doing the videos. Like I ceramic coat cars, if you know
Yeah.
what that means. You have some nice cars, and just the way I had learnt to make the videos in a way where I just seemed more professional than the next person.
Nice.
Um, and yeah, that I did that myself. I learned that myself, but it was more the automation because I have a video. It's not much for what you guys get, but it was 300K. It's still rising now, and I've been
Bro,
booked
that's
out
a
for
lot.
4 months
That's
since.
don't beat yourself down, bro. That is a lot.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah.
yeah, I've been booked out for 4 months since. So, like, I had a fuckload of messages. Like, I couldn't keep up, and I had to
Mhm.
use every automation thing to keep up with that.
That's brilliant, bro. That's brilliant. And how long did it take you before you made your, your first dollar back from joining the real world? How long did it take you to make your first dollar back?
Well, I was a bit on and off with the whole ecom campus. I don't really consider that. I was making, I made money basically instantly with the first business. It didn't take long by the time I started getting clients. But I
Hmm.
went from a brand new business this year in January to basically 20K a month the next month. So it was
Wow,
fast. Yeah,
wow,
it all went off in one hit. Yeah,
that's amazing, bro. I'm sure that's a lot
yeah,
higher than the police salary over there as well, right?
no, ridiculous.
Yeah, that's brilliant, bro. I'm really happy to hear that. And have you got like a specific sort of like client that stood out for you in terms of it, how can I put it? So was there like a specific client that showed the impact of your strategy, that stood out than everyone else?
I had a, I did a Porsche last week,
Okay.
and it was a lady, and she just started telling me, and her dad walked down while I was doing the Porsche. I was a couple of hours into it, and her dad started trying to. He was a bit older. He was trying to give me some shit about if I actually knew my stuff, and I didn't
Okay.
even have to step in. And she started telling him how much of a professional I was, and I was
Brilliant.
just standing back, and I just didn't really think. Oh, I didn't know I was a professional at this point. I'm just trying to get some money, you know. What I mean?
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah,
And how did you start the company up? So what was the first steps in starting your company like? How did you, get it off the ground?
yeah. So with my previous business partner, I saw that there was money in ceramic coatings. He didn't have the same vision I did. He didn't want to do it anymore. I shut the first business down. I then started on my own. I knew what I had to do. I had to get, I knew getting sponsored by a ceramic coating brand would be good. So actually been sponsored by Blast Coatings. I have an empty bottle here. Um, so
Wait, so
people, I
you
knew that.
stood out so much they sponsored you?
Yeah. So the first video went that hard that I saw their bottles and they followed me. I followed them
Hmm.
back. He messaged me, "Hey man, do you want to talk? Like, would you use our coatings?" I said, "Look, I'm using another one at the moment. If you would, we can talk." That's when I started watching Arno's networking and how to talk to this guy properly.
Yeah.
Um, and he basically said, "We'll give you a mad discount. You exclusively use our coatings." And I'm not even joking. Literally, the whole of Sydney is now using these coatings. I've
That
we're
is
now
sick.
on we're now on the process. I have another friend, and we're developing our own coding at the moment. So
Yeah.
it went from not knowing anything to being sponsored by coding brands to now making my own one. That's in the process.
And how did you approach that client, like at the start? So how did you approach them?
Do you mean the clients or the ceramic
Yeah.
coding guy?
How did you approach the clients? Because, obviously for someone who's maybe going to join your campus, the first
Yeah,
thing they'd want to know is how did you acquire these clients? Like, what was your approach?
I didn't really use AI to outreach. I used it more to automate my business. My business is still organic videos that I edit. I have an editor now for it. So I had previous clients basically from the second business. I hit them all up. I did their cars, Lambos, Corvettes, Ferraris, stuff like that. Um, the video started getting traction. The one video hit. It hit
Hmm.
too hard. I couldn't keep up with it. I had to automate all my messages because I was only one person at the time. I have a couple of people helping me now, and
Yeah.
it's just the sky's the limit from there.
Brilliant, brilliant. And like, how do you stay up to date with everyone else? Like, so say for example, obviously AI is getting better and better as the months go
Yeah,
on, right?
yeah.
How do you keep up to date with that in terms of
Um,
how do you make your stuff better? Like, what do you do to gauge that?
yeah. So I've the obviously every client gets called back instantly. My spreadsheet is, I don't know if you would call it AI, but it's all up to date, telling me who I have to call, when I have to call. So it's as optimized for me to let me know what I have to do as possible. It's as optimized I can get it to get as
Hmm.
many leads as possible.
Cool.
And in terms of keeping it up to date, I'm just seeing what everyone else is doing, to be honest, messaging other detailers, seeing if they have some sort of system in place that's better than mine, stuff like that.
Yeah. So if you were to like, you know, bring yourself back to the start, if you were to do anything differently, or if there is anything, what would that be? Because obviously, where you're at now is amazing. But did you make any mistakes along the way that you thought, that maybe might help someone who else is starting up a company with AI?
Yeah, 100%. My automation systems would break. They wouldn't work. They'd send stupid messages to clients. It's just trial and error at the beginning to really hone it down and make sure it's doing what you want to do it. I have a whole a Eurable booking system at the moment. It sends the clients reminders. I can easily send them deposit invoices. So you can automate it. It's just, it takes some time and you have to have some balls, and you have to be what is it? Indefatigable.
Indefatigable, yeah. Is that Andrew's dad, isn't it?
Yeah,
Um, so you mentioned about the automated system sending the wrong messages and stuff like that. How did you fix that problem?
I had to just go into the messages, every message at the beginning, and see what it was sending, how people were reacting. At first, I would ask, what type of car do you have? Then the second question, they would tell me. Then the second question would be, where are you located? They'll tell me. Then the third question would be, that's too many questions. I had to put the whole thing, where are you located? Do you have a garage? What type of car? I wouldn't
Yeah,
have known that, and I would have. A lot of people probably got the shits with me, to be honest, that I was asking so many questions and taking so much time, stuff like that.
cool. And do you plan to use AI to move forward as well in what you're doing?
You have to.
Yeah. And
Future.
what do you think's next for AI? So what do you think's coming for AI like in the future? And is there anything specifically that you're excited about? Because
With
you know,
yeah,
bro, AI goes in so many different directions.
yeah.
Do you know what I
With
mean?
the I haven't looked at it actually recently. The Google Vivo thing, the new. I've seen.
Hmm.
I've looked up a little bit, but I haven't, not as much as I should have. Yeah, it's basically making AI. Like, I can tell it to make me a video of me ceramic coating a car. I don't need to do it. Give me a
Yes.
gold Bugatti. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's, I
That's
think that's where the future will be, and you won't even be able to tell whose organic videos are real or not.
that's amazing, bro. And how much have you made in total from the real world, if you don't mind me asking?
Man, like, I didn't make much in the first 2 years because I wasn't really focusing, to be honest, and there were like hiccups. But now I've made 50, 60 grand in the past 2, 3 months. Like,
Amazing.
yeah,
Absolutely amazing, bro. And the sky's the limit from
yeah,
here, mate. You know?
yeah. It's 40 grand next month. Hire someone. God knows what's going to be the month after that.
Bro, that's insane. That's insane numbers. And what would you know what? It was very honest of you to say I didn't really focus for the first 2 years, because a
No,
lot
no,
of people won't hold themselves accountable. And what would you
no.
say
I
to
agree.
anyone who might perhaps say, it's a rip off or you can learn this stuff from YouTube? What would you say to those people?
No, you just take what the professors tell you. Just have some balls and just do it. Don't wait around and think it's going to just be given to you. Like, it wasn't given to me. I had to post. Like, I posted 20 nice cars, made no
Hmm.
money off them, did them for free when I
Yeah.
first started this business. And then I did a Commodore. I don't know if you know what a Commodore is. You would have known them in Sydney,
Bro,
like the
I
Holden.
lived in Australia, man. Of course I
Yeah,
know what a
like,
Commodore is. Yeah,
so
yeah.
so yeah. The shittest car I had done at the point is the one that went viral.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Bro, you'd
car,
have to be walking around blind to not know what a Commodore is in
yeah, I
Australia.
know. Yeah,
Everyone's got them, haven't they?
yeah,
So
exactly. But
everyone's got a Commodore, man.
so after like 15 videos of not of with Corvettes, Lambos, Uruses, like, they're not hitting, I could have stopped thinking it's not going to work, and then I posted this shitbox and it worked
Mad,
basically.
mad. So it was the car you thought least of that actually made that initial,
And now ever since
jump.
it's just retargeting. Instagram's retargeting everyone on TikTok, and I'm just getting a new call every day, couple calls.
That's amazing, bro. And is there anything specific you learned from your professor that stood out to anything else, like to everything else? Was there anything specific?
I don't know. I saw how all the professors just had a don't give a fuck attitude. Just do it. Don't, like, we're
Yeah,
telling you to do it. Just do it. It works. And every time you
yeah.
just do it like that, it works. You know what I mean? I got that from all of them.
Amazing, bro. And in terms of like the social aspect of the real world, do you speak to anyone inside the campus that maybe you help or they help you? Or have you done business with anyone in the campus? Or, have you even became friends with anyone?
Yeah, I had a guy call me a couple of weeks ago saying he actually wants to get his car done. He was in the real world. That's how he had found me, because I was posting the cars in the wins.
Yeah.
Um, So yeah, it was him, but not really anyone else, man. But I'm waiting for the job board to come up. I want to hire someone out of the real world.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So you're getting busy enough now that you're going to start hiring people?
yeah. And I thought, who else better to go to the real world? Put it up there.
People who are like-minded, right? Who are on the same
Exactly,
mission as yourself to make
exactly.
money and, in hindsight, escape the matrix, as we say.
That's
So
it.
yeah, it's lovely to hear, bro. It's lovely to hear. So what's next for you? Are you going to approach bigger clients now, or what's the story for you?
Make my own ceramic coating brand.
Yeah.
Pump that, get that going organically. Hire someone, basically remove myself from the physical side of the business. Still make myself present to the high end clients, if you would say, and
Hmm.
just get the organic traffic, as just try to replicate my viral videos and keep going.
How many hours would you say you spend a day inside the real world?
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It's I have not been as much recently because I've just had other things going on, but man, it was a lot.
So
Like
at the
it's
beginning it was a lot, and as you've got busier, you've obviously had to bring it down because you're busy doing what you're doing. Or
yeah, like man, between actually doing cars, editing, talking to clients, calling them, I don't really have time for it. That's why I'm trying to back off from the business, and so I can sit here on this computer and sit on the real world basically.
that's sick, bro. That's sick. Well, listen, it's lovely to hear, and you're still only 23.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, which makes it even more impressive, right? Because
thank you.
most people at 23 aren't earning, what you're getting in a month in a year. So it's lovely
But it was, yeah,
to see.
well, I 5x my income from the police, so we'll say that.
It's amazing, bro. And you haven't got to deal with, I can imagine what it's like being a policeman in
Spastics,
Australia,
bro.
mate.
The spastics, yeah.
Yeah, well, not only just the police, but even the people that you deal with, like, there's some of those bogan dogs. You know what I mean? Uh,
100%, yeah.
no,
I
honestly,
laughed
mate,
at it.
it's amazing. It's amazing to hear how well you're doing, and you've got yourself to praise as well as the real world, I'm sure, because of the hard work that you've put in. But
100% too.
it's just lovely to see people on the platform doing well and actually having faith in it and getting their, getting it back, getting rewarded back.
Yeah,
So no, I'm really happy for you, mate. Are
thank
you
you,
are
man.
you in the
Appreciate it.
war room or any other campuses?
I'm not, no. I have to join the war room. That's been a dream of mine for like 4 years now, but we'll get there.
Well, look, if you join the war room, I'll hopefully see you at some of the events and we can have a coffee.
No, no,
I won't
100%.
forget
That
you, bro.
will
And
happen.
when I see you, I want to hear that you've tripled your income by the time
It
you've
will
joined the
happen.
war room.
Done, guaranteed.
All right, then, brother. Well, listen, thanks for coming. Thanks for having the interview, and hopefully I'll see you soon, G.
100%, man. Thank you for the call.
No worries, G. Bye, mate.
See you, man.
Bye.
Bye.